So in our last video, we learned how to use conversion rates to change your measurements or change your units of your measurements to another unit. And that process is called dimensional analysis. So let's look at the rules, the actual rules to perform dimensional analysis. And let's look at the formula for dimensional analysis. Today is still 9-21. So, how to use dimensional analysis to convert measurements. So, to convert, what you will do is you will take your given measurement and you will multiply it by your conversion rate, which is your desired units, divided by your given units. And if you multiply these two things, you will get your desired measurement. Make sure I have room here. Measurement. And I'm going to rewrite it down here because I ran out of room. Hopefully you did not. This is only true if we say, well, where this desired units divided by our given units equals 1. So if we say this desired units divided by our given units, this part of our equation equals 1. In other words, the desired units on top are equal to the given units on bottom, which would make this part, this purple part right here, this our conversion rate. Make sure we can spell conversion rate correctly. And it is very important that you recognize that this says given measurement and this says desired measurement, whereas these say units. And that's a very important distinction. Let's see if we can figure out exactly what we're talking about when we say that. So what if I wanted to convert 5 inches to some centimeters? How would we do that? Well, if we take the time to pull up our conversion sheet, you can see there are all kinds of conversion rates. We can also find this table that we built in our unit conversion section, but you will find our conversion rates. And if we look for length, we can see that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. And so we can write that out. We can say, well, 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. And so what we do is we take our given measurement, which is 5 inches, and we multiply that by, switch to purple here, we multiply that by the desired units divided by the given units. Well, what are our desired units? Well, that's centimeters. And our given units are inches. And we have to make these equal. And so I know that 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now all we have to do is plug it into our handy dandy calculator. So we say, well, what is 5 times 2.54 divided by 1? And we get, of course, 12.7. I'm sorry if you couldn't see that. 5 times 2.54 is 12.7 divided by 1 is still 12.7. And so our final answer is 12.7. And if we look, inches are on top and on bottom, so they cancel out, and we're left with a unit of centimeters. And that makes sense because our given measurement was in inches. Our desired measurement is in centimeters. Let's try another example. Let's try it backwards. Let's say we want to go from centimeters to inches. 15 centimeters to question mark inches. Well, I know that 1 inch is still equal to 2.54 centimeters. So if 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, the first thing we do is we take our given measurement, which is 15 centimeters, and we are going to multiply that by our desired units divided by our given units, which will be our conversion rate. So our desired units are inches. Our given units are centimeters. And we need to make sure the desired units equal the given units. And so I know 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. I can see that centimeters is on top and on bottom, so it'll clearly cancel out. If we type this into our handy dandy calculator, let's try to get it out of view of that light, we would say 15 times 1 divided by 2.54. And we get 5.905. I'm just going to round that off to 5.9 equals 5.9 and then inches. And so what does that mean? Well, it means if I take out my handy dandy ruler and I look where about 5.9 inches is, somewhere around this area, I'm saying that is the same length as 15 centimeters.